2, 1, go.
Woo! Ooh, yeah.
Sunday service hits differently than it looks into his skylight.
Adam's melody.
For Sunday service.
I'll say this, very consistent. He's very
consistent,
very.
baby.
I'm gonna end with consistency. Adds, he's got it. Sunday
Sunday,
You know why?
Sunday service.
He's following that whistle, and it's just on key.
Sunday service makes you feel good. Talking about combine results,
Get
baby.
rid of the music. Get rid of the goddamn music.
I can only pull it down so slowly or so fast.
Where am I?
Sup.
Where am I?
I just got a headache for some reason.
Where am I? Oh, well,
Crack me.
grab it if you got
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Get that
That's
drip
gonna
in you,
help.
son.
Maybe
That
that's
double
gonna help.
R.
Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. Our sponsor for today's video is Drip Hard Seltzer, and that's not 1R, that's 2R. Drip Hard Seltzer, and I'm cracking back a pineapple one, baby.
Yeah, and all our American friends down there in the South, and to us, the South is all of America. You can't get these yet. If you put tariffs on us, you won't get them. So go talk to the big boy in the White Office there for us.
We
They
don't-
are
no
literally-
The
tariffs.
Oval Office.
No tariffs. We don't want tariffs.
I think he's on steroids.
Fellas, what's going on? Combine weekend. We got a lot to talk about today, guys.
Well, first off, before we start getting any type of football, how the hell are you? You were in America. Speaking about tariffs,
Oh.
I was in America. I got back. I was in Seattle for 2 days, and I had a very, very lovely time. The weather was great. Didn't rain. Everyone always thinks it rains in Seattle. It was quite nice out. 16 degrees, whatever that ends up being, times it by 30, divided by 5, whatever the fuck you have to do to figure out Fahrenheit. But no, it was good. I had a good time. I had
Did
a
you
great time.
You went down there for the Seahawks combine watch party or something?
Yep. Went down for the Seahawks combine watch party. No, we went to a concert, and yeah, had a very wonderful time.
Well, you gonna tell those your listeners what concert it was? Or you
Oh,
gonna
it's just
keep it
Deftones.
secrets?
Yeah, it was Deftones. It was good. It was really good.
And apparently, I saw in the news that they played a song that they haven't played for years. Is that
Yeah,
true?
Minerva. The crazy thing is right now with how shitty the Canadian dollar is, it's like you'll see something, you're like, oh, that's a pretty good price. And you're like,
Oh,
wait
yeah.
a second, it's add another 30% to it because our dollar's so shit. So like at the concert, Tay and I each got a drink, like these because the Seattle Kraken play out of Climate Pledge Arena that we were at. So they had
Nice arena too.
awesome arena, great place to watch a concert. But we bought these Kraken rum drinks. I get up there and it's like I go to pay, it's $55
Oh my God.
For 1 or 2.
for 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Well.
But then add on
Still.
top of that, so fuck for 2 drinks, it was like $80 once
Hey.
you add it. But they were strong.
Yeah.
They were strong. I was like, I had one. Let's just say I had one. I was like, I don't think I could do another one of those. Not to
Plus-
mention it was $80 fucking dollars.
Yeah,
for 2
you
of
don't
them.
want you got to pay the mortgage, you know.
But yeah,
How
Hey.
much was just a regular drink?
I think like $18.
So did you have some regular drinks
No, I
after?
think I only had 2 drinks while we were there. Had a hot dog that was $8, which was I thought a pretty fair price.
Had your flavor of mosh pitting in there?
Oh man, the mosh pit was pretty good. We had good seats. Like we were off to the side kind of, so we were side stage and we weren't lower level, but we were mid level. So like kind of somewhere in the middle. And yeah, no, I think that's where I'd like to sit at a concert every time.
Was there a piss pit?
There was a piss pit. I've ventured to that a couple times.
Yeah.
Is that where you let people pee on you?
Yep, I was in the piss pit. Find me in the piss pit.
Did they play Be Quiet and Drive?
Oh yeah.
And how about Change?
Yep.
Digital Bath?
Yep.
I'm just reading their songs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was like, whoa.
I know. I was like, you're nailing it. I was like, yeah, they played all those.
I was like, well, Deftones?
No, they're
Bro's
pretty
a
good.
Deftones guy?
I do know In Tune.
They were very good live, and the dudes, Chino's like 51, so for him to get out there and scream and dance around they were out for like 2 hours is pretty hardcore. So
That's worth going to. When I went and saw Foo Fighters, they played for 3 hours. They did like every single song.
Yeah.
There wasn't one song that you wanted them to play that they didn't play.
Yeah.
So when you see like bands like that and they play for 2 hours, paying $200 a ticket or whatever, or $300 a ticket, like
well, my tickets were free, and so was my hotel. So
Really? Why? Because Tay bought them for you?
that's just what I tell everyone. Yeah, no, they're free. No, just that work thing. I won some money from work, and I
Oh, nice.
used it
Well-
for hotels.com and Ticketmaster gift cards.
What was the ticket price though? Like,
I
well,
think both tickets all in, I think we ended up paying I think they were like $350 total
That's great. I mean, if
for 2 tickets. It's pretty good.
2 hours to see a show.
Oh, it was totally worth it.
Well, I've experienced stuff if it costs a bit more than what you're used to, like if we got football games and whatnot, like that stuff.
Oh, for sure.
I'm always. I mean, look, it sounds atrocious to say, oh, I don't mind paying $400, but like depending on what it is, $150 to $200. It's like if it's a live experience thing, it's
yeah,
like
and like
almost
we maybe go to 1 or 2 concerts a year, right? So it's like it was worth it.
Yeah.
lame.
How are you guys?
Good.
I was kind of caught off guard being asked how I was. So how are you guys?
I know I got him.
You did get me.
yeah, I like $100 an hour for entertainment. I think that's fair.
Yep.
I'm good. I'm doing well. My mom broke her wrist,
Shit.
so I'll have to be
He's been playing bedside doctor.
helping her with
Dr.
with that.
J?
Dr. J.
But-
Instead of Dr. Dre or Dr. J?
Yeah, Dr. Wage.
But
Yeah,
she's all right though.
she's okay. Yeah, luckily just a fucking bone. So it'll be like I think 3 to 4 weeks or 4 to 5 weeks or something like that in the cast, which
Shit.
really sucks. But me myself personally doing great, feeling great,
Wrists are
loving
good.
life.
Yep, wrists are good.
Wrists are
AJ's wrists aren't
Trust
broken
me.
because believe him. his
I
wrists are
work them
fine.
out.
He works them out.
I feel good. I feel like I'm out of, when you have like a mission and you're like, I can't think of doing anything else besides finishing this mission. I've been on a mission the last few weeks to complete the series Succession on HBO. Was one of those ones everyone's like, oh, you should watch Succession. So I finally finished it last night. I feel good about it. I feel like this weight's off my shoulder. I will say it's up there in like my probably top 5 series of all time when it's all said and done. So yeah, I feel good. I feel like
good. You feel like you accomplished something.
yeah, because there were some nights during the week where it's like it's a school night and got to work in the
It almost
morning.
feels like a chore that you have to watch it.
Well, I'd start watching one and then you're awake and then so then next thing you know, in my one episode
it's 1
turns
a.m.
into 2 a.m. and I'm still wide awake. I'm like, I just finished this season. Like I just watched 4 episodes to finish that season off. I'll just watch the first 5 minutes of the next season just to see what's going on, and then I'll go to bed. So it's like a fucking addiction.
I say this though, when you suggest a show to someone, if it takes a couple episodes to get into it, don't tell them that.
Yeah.
Because for me, if someone's like, "Oh, but you got to wait till season 2 before it gets good,"
You
it's
don't
like,
even watch
"Oh
it."
fuck, I can't. Well, I'm not gonna sit through." So just tell me, "Oh man, I love in season 2, this
Oh.
happens," and then I'm like intrigued, and I'll battle through, and I might not even think it's a terrible
Yeah.
first season, but if you tell me that,
I mean, I'm that type of person
It's
that if
tough.
it takes a couple episodes, I just stop watching it.
I know, but
I barely get past if there's a couple lull episodes. I can't do it.
but you'll give it a chance if someone says it.
Yeah,
It takes 5 episodes to get good.
true.
Then you might be like,
Well,
"Well,
I found that's how people were with Breaking Bad. They're like, "Oh, 4th season's when it really starts." I'm like, well, I've watched 3 seasons and I'm really not that into it.
Breaking Bad was one that when I finished it, I felt that was like a really because I'd watch like 3 episodes in a row, and then you get to this one episode, you're like, I don't really need to watch the next episode right now. Like I went from like this hardcore binge to like they'll have that one episode that takes you out of it, and then I didn't watch it for weeks, and then you start it again, and you're like, oh fuck, then the next 3 episodes it's the same thing. This one wasn't like that. It's like every episode I was like, I gotta watch the next
Well,
episode.
they're crafting. They're getting better at making series. They know exactly how to keep your little balls fucking wrapped in their fingers and
nailed to that seat.
nailed to that. Yeah, the
But-
little balls just nailed right down to that.
But it's
sofa.
like any show that you're trying to get in and everyone's talking about, the expectations are high. So that's
Yeah.
what I was like with Succession. And then I watched the first 2 episodes. This was a couple of years ago, and I watched the first 2 episodes. Didn't really get into it as much. It was kind of hard what they're saying sometimes because they're all they're talking like in like financial speak or whatever, and you're just not used to the character. So I'll just wait and watch it. And then I didn't watch it for 2 years, and I didn't want to go back to those first 2 episodes. I was like, I'll just start on episode 3. And just try to catch up, and fuck, that's it.
It worked.
It worked. I think I crushed all 4 seasons in 2 weeks.
Well, I'll put it on my list. I think.
yeah. I would just suggest there's 2 characters in it that absolutely that I think like. I was watching it now just to see their scenes because they're so good.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone was pretty solid in the show. Anyways,
All right, we're all good. We're all good. Ads watch just so AJ's wrists are fine, and I'm back from Deftones. But over the weekend, something that we all should have been doing, but we didn't. We're still not at that point of meeting up and watching the Combine. We haven't done that yet. We did talk about it.
maybe next year we'll do.
Maybe next year we'll do a little bit of Combine live streaming. because it is fun to watch, to see some guys do the 40s, and you always get a lot of talk. But the combine, the NFL combine happened, started on Thursday, and I believe today's the last day. So have you guys, we've been following it a bit, throwing in some stuff in the DMs. And AJ's got a pretty good article up here. 2025 NFL draft top takeaways from the quarterback, running back, wide receiver, on-field testing at the NFL scouting combine. So this is essentially looking at the skill position players on offense, which is going to roll nicely into the players we're going to look at specifically as the wide receiver group today.
And I think this was this group is, I mean, look, arguably every position group the Cowboys could draft in number one and help improve the team, of course, except for quarterback. But just saying, this group right here is probably the most, has the highest chance of us drafting all three of these. Maybe not quarterback as much, but we're really hopeful that like a late round, like
one of the fifth round
one
picks.
of our fifth round picks.
One of our 4 fifth round picks.
Someone's sitting there. But yeah, let's get into this. Oh, almost in here.
So in chat, actually, someone was already talking about Iowa State's Jaden Higgins, saying that he was a steal. So this is obviously he's had a pretty good combine so far. Jaden Higgins and Jalen Nolan.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised with. I might not have the name right, but I think Jaden Higgins. I thought he had a pretty good season, but maybe it's because of the team he was on, and I don't know. But either way, they both did have a really good performance. Noel put on a show recording a 41.5-inch vert, which means he can get up there.
That's the best. That was best out of any wide receiver.
And an 11'2" broad jump.
So he's got explosion.
4.3940. So he's got, better than expected speed as well, all while weighing 194 pounds. That's a little under, but again, I think when you see that amount, how much can you put on in the offseason? 5 pounds is easy.
What height? They don't give us his height, though. If I had to guess, he's got to be like, what, 6'1"?
I can find him here.
No, 6'1" is my guess. 194, 6'1", 194, or 194 would be.
AJ's already going to the Skittle board.
Wouldn't be too bad, to be honest.
What's his name? Jalen Noel.
Jalen Noel. He's
5'10", 5'10".
Okay, so that's not awful. So he is stuffed for 5'10", 194 is.
Yeah, he's stuffed.
That's crazy that he had a 41.5-inch vertical at 5'10".
Yeah,
like
usually the taller guys with the longer legs can get
up. You would
up.
think so. Like he's fucking got some spring in those feet, man.
And then Higgins at 6'4", 214. Okay, they have his.
That's some good size.
Impressed with a 4.47 40, a 39-inch vert, and a 10'9" broad jump.
So those guys are both very athletic. But if we're just going, yeah, sure, we got their measurables. But if I'm looking at a guy purely by size metrics, just at these two guys, like if I had to pick between Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel, I'd probably go Higgins.
Me
that
too.
6'4", 214 pounds is very intriguing, and I don't find that any of his metrics in the 40-yard dash, the vertical or the broad jump, are low enough to scare you away from him.
Now, and both those dudes performed over like the average, right? So whether or not it's 10'2" or 11'2" or 10'9", it's still an exceptional. It shows exceptional power there. I agree. I agree. I would take Higgins. The only thing I think is missing from here is I'd like to know what because Jalen, smaller dude. I want to know what his quickness is, because if he can fly around on the field.
Oh, they're both on the same team too. They were both on the same college team. They're both from Iowa State.
What a combination, eh?
So that kind of threw me off when it said Iowa State's Jaden Higgins. I was like, well, where's Jalen Noel from? But that's wild. You got splash and dash there.
Texas receiver Matthew Golden could leap into the top 15.
So this is crazy because he was kind of expected later in the first round. And there was the big news of Isaiah Bond coming out being like, I'm going to break Xavier Worthy. Backstory, Xavier Worthy broke the all-time 40 time last season with like a 4.21. Then you had Bond coming out saying, well, I'm going to beat that. I might get a 4.2 or even in the 4.1s. And then he wasn't even the fastest wide receiver running from the Texas Longhorns.
No, he had a pretty
like
decimal.
4.41. Like if you're expecting like a burner, like he's known for his speed in Isaiah Bond, so you expected him to be at least in the low 4.3s.
Yeah.
But then he had a 4.41, and then kind of the the salt in the wound is Matthew Golden then comes in and runs a 4.29, the fastest 40 time this season or this combine. So that's pretty crazy, man. Texas wide receiver ran a blazing 4.29 40-yard dash, a major boost to his stock, especially since top-end speed wasn't a defining part of his game on tape. Now that we know he has that extra gear, expect his name to rise in upcoming mock drafts, fellas.
Yeah, I think you got to look at it two ways in this scenario here. Obviously, Matthew Golden running a 4.29, it shows this guy can reach a real quick speed. On Bond's side, definitely disappointing, and it's not going to help his stock. But I think it was Jerry Rice who ran a 4.6 or something like that, very low. But then he had that game speed that you just couldn't be matched. That, you know, that can be said for a lot of players. How they perform here, it's great if you are better than expected, and it sucks if you're worse than expected. But you do got to look at that game tape, and Isaiah Bond might need someone chasing him to hit that gear.
The thing is, you look at Texas tape, and Matthew Golden had way better tape than
Yeah,
Isaiah
for sure.
Bond. I mean, that's why that's like Golden was projected a first-round pick, or at least like maybe early first round or early second round, where Bond is like in the third somewhere, and this might drop him down even a little bit more.
Yeah.
You got anything from chat on that?
Just Rolando Rodriguez coming up saying, Cowboys
up,
Camp
up?
fan, what's up from Texas? Just join your stream. Cheers, crack 'em if you got them.
Oh,
And then he was just asking what receiver ran the 4.29, and we already were talking about it being Matthew Golden Boy.
And that's the fastest time by any player in the draft. So you expect like cornerbacks and running backs to also be very fast, but the fastest players in the last few draft or combines that you can think of have been wide receivers and from Texas.
Yep. What are
What's-
they putting in the water?
Real quick, I just go.
Steroids.
What's Matthew Golden's height and weight?
I want to say he's 5'10". I want to say he's 5'10", like 195. That's my guess.
6 foot?
Okay.
6 foot 195. That's what
That's pretty good. That's a good size.
actually, you know what? The Combine did a real the Combine has the real numbers now.
Yeah. The NFL.com has a nice combine section where you can kind
Oh,
of
it's
stack
awesome.
up some guys. I've
Only thing I wish
kind
that
of going through that a little bit.
and hear me out, NFL. Only thing I wish is when I wish I could go next in my position groups here and just look at this screen. I'll show you the one I'm looking at.
Yeah. So he's
So I
actually
wish I could just go like next and previous in their position group,
Right.
and then I wouldn't have to keep going back.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. But if you stay on this AJ and you go up to like top wherever there's a search bar.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, you have it kind
So,
of removed here.
but just looking at from what he was reported at into what the combine showing, he's 5'11", not 6 foot, and he's 191 instead of 195.
Yeah, exactly. That's why like the Combine is the way to go.
Trying to cheat those numbers, aren't you?
See, this is good. I like this because you can go to wide receivers and then it gives you their grade on everybody, and then you can go to specific things that they ran. If you go to live results, and you can pick any of the stuff they ran.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So it's pretty good. Matthew Golden, fastest.
There, this should work now. Oh, I just have to hit back. I don't know. I know the top's not there, but now we can just go back. So the 149 split too. That's what maybe that's where Isaiah Bond was a little better. Like, or is he just super slow?
Oh, there he
Yeah,
is.
see, 151. So he's by no means. I just think that his top speed is lower than Golden's. Mind you, look at Golden 1.49. And our boy Jalen Royals, he's always there for us, but we never take him. Let's see what he did. 6 foot, 205, standard package.
Will eventually be an average starter they have. 40-yard, I mean, 4.42. No, not gross at all. Bench press, 13 reps.
I don't know. How much do you take bench press in for wide
Wide receiver,
receivers?
fuck.
Not very
Not
much.
much.
Not
I
very
mean,
much.
really, nothing, to be honest.
No, I didn't weigh it in
Like,
my
13, I think that's pretty good for a wide receiver that's 195 pounds.
I mean, I'd be a little concerned, I guess, if he had 5.
yeah,
like-
or like less than a set. Like if they're benching less than 8. Just because
yeah,
I feel like
for sure.
I feel like 10 should be a benchmark for a professional NFL player,
Yeah, except for punters.
except for punters.
But
But I can push.
you
it
know,
up
there's
with my
there
legs.
one punter out there who does 35.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like watching
Yeah.
right now. You fuck. he's
Just
like,
so
"You
top
pussy."
heavy, and he can fucking he has a rocket for a leg.
No, he does his bench press, but he does it with his legs.
So he's doing a leg press.
Yeah, but on a bench press.
Yeah. Look at the balance.
Hang on.
That's
I think,
actually really dangerous.
I think there it is. Yeah, they think Golden's climbing to the top 10. Day 3 receivers, Brown, Thornton, Nair, and Tesla.
Elon?
Oh, shit. Hang on.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
AJ, you're gonna-
Oh, shit. Here we
Uh-oh.
go.
Read it.
Okay, so the NFL values size, strength, and speed. So teams take notice when big receivers outperform smaller ones in athletic testing at the scouting combine. That now appears to be the case for 4 receivers. Sam Brown out of Miami, Florida, Dante Thornton from Tennessee, Isaiah Neer from Nebraska, and Isaac Tesla from Arkansas. Brown showcased impressive speed and explosiveness, but his 41.5-inch vert was the standout number, the second highest for any receiver over 200 pounds in the last 5 years.
So that's telling.
Thornton blazed a 4.3 40-yard dash while hitting the fastest 10-yard split at 18.71 miles per hour. Don't want to cheap him out on those fractional numbers. And the second fastest top speed, 23.66 miles per hour per next-gen stats. He accomplished this at 6'4", 215.
Yep.
Wowzer. I bet you, what's his bench? What is his bench? I want to know what Sam Brown's bench is.
That's Dante Thornton?
Oh, sorry. I want to know what Thornton's bench is.
That's Brown.
No,
Yeah.
Thornton blazed a 430 40-yard dash while
Yeah,
hitting
sorry,
the
you're
fastest 10-yard split.
At
and
6'4".
At 6'4",
Okay,
250
so
pounds.
what's
That's
our-
a dude we got to be looking
Okay,
at.
so what is Dante Norton bench press? I want to know that. You don't have to check it just yet, but that's on my list of what is this boy bench.
But then they're saying,
So it's Jalen Royals.
Jalen.
Jalen.
So
So
the top specs.
Dante
Should be at the top.
Thornton right there.
Oh, no, yeah, he was there.
Yeah, right there.
This is the split.
There he is right there, baby.
Okay.
150, 151. A lot of guys.
Yeah.
Let's see.
pretty
Did he
much
do the
your-
bench press? Let's see what he got. 72
didn't.
reps. He didn't bench at.
Okay.
Good
Didn't bench.
broad.
Verticals like a little low just
Little
by
low.
looking at everyone else's, but
It is.
I mean,
215
but he's
pounds. What do you
6'5".
expect?
6'5", and you only have a 33-inch vert. I mean, that's kind of crazy.
Well, it's the same. They mark how far it is that you jump off the ground.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but still, a guy at 6'5" should have a better.
I would
he's
have got high 30s.
me too. But that's
Because
okay.
even his broad jump's a little low, just
It's-
compared to the guys we were looking at.
But it saves him, and that's something that you could work on because that's a skill, learning how to jump high.
But this could also be like he's got a fast 40 and he's got a fast 10-yard split, but they're still saying as prospect wise that he's a backup that could possibly be, if you scroll up a little bit, they have him prospect grade, good backup with potential to develop into a starter. So he's still going to be a day 2 to day 3
Yep.
pick.
But if he's sitting there, I don't want doubt that the Cowboys would have him because if we're going to take a wide receiver, it needs to be a starter.
Yeah.
However, man, you never know what you see in these guys. Another guy,
Yeah, click on Sam Brown.
another guy here, Sam Brown, and he's on my risers list. He got me rising, if you
Got
will.
your pants going up.
Yeah.
They're saying candidate for bottom of roster or practice squad. Let's get him on the team.
That's a lot to do with his production score. So the guys that I said were risers was purely based off of what they did at the combine here and how they performed. So he's 6'2", 200 pounds. He's got that 41.5 vert
Yep.
and
Still pretty decent 40-yard.
pretty decent, pretty fast.
He's got some wheels. Workout warrior. Yeah, he's 90. Like he's 4th. 2025 combine wide receiver ranked 4th.
Yeah.
So he was a workout warrior, which you gotta be weary of a little bit.
Absolutely,
You can't
but
be just sold on. You have to go on YouTube and you have to watch his heavily edited
highlights.
highlight
Yeah.
reel.
And we need the lowlights to start.
We need the
coming out.
lowlights. Rolando Rodriguez says Cowboys can fan 6'5" should jump over 12 feet. Cheers, crack 'em if you got him.
Agreed.
Rolando Rodriguez just doesn't fuck around.
He ain't taking
Okay,
shit.
so Tesla, meanwhile,
Well, we
here,
didn't get Nair. Nair's college career was disrupted by injuries, recorded an 11-foot broad jump, making him just the second receiver since 2023 to clear that mark at 6'4" and 215 pounds. So he's got that broad jump is all about explosion.
Yeah.
you know what? Maybe that's what our Rolando Rodriguez was saying. The broad jump should be 12 feet.
Oh, I see. I think vertical would be funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12-foot vert.
Just jumping over basketball nets.
Yeah.
This guy really I like.
Nicholas Tesla?
Is it
Nicholas-
Tesla or is it? How do you think
Tesla.
how do you think it's pronounced?
Tesla?
It's probably Tesla.
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 Or
Sorry, I don't know. I did an
Tesla.
accent there.
Tesla?
Uh,
Tesla?
hey, come on, it's a Tesla.
It's a Tesla.
Meanwhile, Tesla had one of the best all-around combine performances, measuring 6'3.5", 214. He ran a 4.4340, posted a 39.5-inch vert, a 10'9" broad, and showcased elite agility with a 6.85 three-cone drill and a 4.05 short shuttle.
Oh, fuck you.
He's a true do-it-all athlete who made a strong case for himself ahead of draft week.
I like this because haven't really talked about any of these players before, so it is nice to see.
It's nice to bring them up on
Give
our...
a little sprinkle into our future drafts.
Yeah.
Also, I hope by Wednesday, I hope that PFF has updated their big boards.
Yeah, so that when you're actually going through it, that you'll have them ranked.
I hope so.
The one thing about the receivers, I know you're about to say something. I'm gonna
No.
steal it from you. And maybe one of you two fuckers could explain this to me. So we do the 40-yard dash, right? So that's obviously going to measure acceleration speed. There are guys, though, who ran to shit 40, and they didn't have that burst off the line speed, but their separation and their downfield speed was far better. They're they just had a really good top end speed after they kept going. They just took a little bit to get going at the start. So how come they don't measure that? Is it too hard to measure?
Like, no. So your 40 does take that in because you got to think that's 40 yards
Right.
that you're running.
Yeah, if you think at any type of like big deep route that they're throwing at 40 yards, you should be running your fastest.
But the 10-yard split is the one that you also want to look at because that's getting to 10 yards, meaning you get to 10 yards and cut. And think about the quarterback has like a 2.5 second release. So for that 4.3 for you to get 40 yards, that's a pretty, you got to hang onto the ball long
Right.
or launch it
Or
early.
have the bigger arm.
Hey,
And
don't start yawning in here, okay?
but
Fucking
then
new.
that 10-yard split does show you how quick they get to that. So you can see if a guy is a low split, but a 4.44, like if he's like a 1.6 split, but a 4.440, it means he he takes a longer time to get his acceleration is slow, but his top speed's very high.
And there's a thing that you can't test, which AJ brought up a little bit with Jerry Rice. There's game speed. There's guys that do
That's
run.
it.
There's guys that run a 4.5, and then when they're on a football field, they can never be caught.
Yeah,
By guys that run 4.3. So it's like you can do all this testing, but that's why there's always guys that slip through the cracks.
I guess
because
it's like
there's this thing you can't test.
Yeah, Big Fella was saying that too. He's like, you could hire really good coaches to help you prepare you for the combine to get good combine numbers. It doesn't
Exactly.
Really,
And they're not wearing pads. They're not wearing a helmet. You know, there's a lot of other variables. You're not thinking, right? Like when you're running a 40, your task is just run as fast as I fucking can, right?
Yeah.
Where in a football game, if you can run fast, still have your brain working, and be in pads and still have all your speed, I think that changes some stuff. So
there's this one. I don't know. I wish I would have wrote his name down, but there's a one receiver who is like the first or second ball that was thrown to him. It just smoked him in the face. He just kept on running at this combine. I wish I would have grabbed his name. I'll see if I can find it.
I could look it up on X too.
But now it goes away from the wide receivers and it talks about the Buckeyes backs, Henderson and Judkins, shine at the combine.
Yeah, and I think this is what we want to see out of like either of these guys. I would like to be on the Dallas Cowboys pending the round that we get them in, you know?
Yeah.
If you got either of these guys in the third?
Yeah.
I mean, there's arguments that Travion and Quinshawn Judkins could go
Second.
high second. So
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if we'll take him in the second, but possibly if we miss out on Omar. Man, as far as running back goes, I'm starting to settle on the idea that if Gente's gone at fucking 10 or 6,
Pick Hampton at
take
12.
Hampton at 12.
Yeah,
I'm starting to kind of settle. I'm starting to settle on that a little bit.
Here's what I like before we read this because it is very relevant to when we are going to take a running back. It's not like the NFL isn't also becoming aware. Like all the teams are becoming aware that the game is definitely moving back towards the necessity of having a combination of running backs. Maybe not everyone needs that bell cow.
Moo.
But they definitely want the guy. They want a selection of options. Then
Yeah, if you can't get the one guy that has all the traits, get two guys that have all
Exactly.
the traits.
Exactly. And so I'm just saying, where we have these guys, we can pick them up in the third. if there is any sort of run, then teams are going to begin to adjust on that and be like, look, we can pick up. This guy's too good to let go. Sure. We're picking him way before what PFF said,
Yep.
but it doesn't matter because that's the way that it falls.
Which you do see that happen.
You
It
see-
happened to the Cowboys last year by taking Tyler Guyton.
Well, and
they were
specific-
scared they weren't going to get anyone, so they just took him.
And specifically, they're also even saying that this is the best running back class that they've seen at the combine
Yeah, and so the teams that need
or the draft. This could be one of the best running
Biggest depths.
Biggest depths.
and the teams that need a running back for the Cowboys to wait to the third, they may not end up with Travion Henderson or Kinshaw Judkins in my opinion. Because if at 12 Hampton is there and Cowboys pass, he's
Ugh.
going to go in the first round.
Yep.
And then I think then it's Scadaboo and Henderson and Judkins are all kind of in that next tier.
Caleb Johnson.
Can they make it through another 2.5 rounds?
Yeah.
That's the hard question. But as expected from the reigning national champions, Ohio State was well represented at the combine, and two of its top playmakers, Travion Henderson and Quinshaw Judkins, delivered standout performances. Henderson, known for his speed, ran a 4.43 and posted a 38.5 vert. Meanwhile, Judkins, the most powerful of the two, ran a 4.48, so pretty good, and recorded an impressive 11-foot broad despite measuring 6 foot 221.
Like, that's a big dude moving in the air.
yeah.
Like that after
And
seeing-
4.48 is
it's fast, man. For a guy that's 221 pounds, that's quite fast, man.
Would you be mad if the Cowboys went? Let's say, for instance, round one they pick
pick
Hampton,
2 for 1.
and
They said, "Hey, we're taking both of
Yeah,
these
we're
guys."
taking both of them. Hey, imagine they pick Travion in round one and then Quinshaw in round two.
No. You
Would-
can't do Travion round one. No.
Okay, but if you take Hampton round one and then you take Travion or maybe take Judkins because he's,
Well, I like.
would you be mad if they go 1 and 2?
Yes, I'd be mad if the Cowboys spend 2 picks on running backs in the top 3
Yes,
picks.
me too. I mean,
I don't think picking 2 running backs is a bad idea, and we're going to talk about like once we get
later
through
round
this.
dudes. Yeah,
once
yeah.
we get through this, like the next dude that they're talking about on this article, like if the Cowboys were to swing swing at him and get him, say in the 5th round with one of their fucking 55th round picks, because Bashil Tootin is how they actually.
I like
say it.
Tootin.
It is Tootin.
Tootin'.
He's the rootin'
he's the
Tootin'
rootin'
Cowboy.
Man, this guy was an absolute workout warrior. He ran the fastest 40-yard dash among running backs at 4.32 seconds and recorded the best vertical jump at 40.5. His 10'10" broad jump ranked 4th, but it was still an impressive mark. He's 208 pounds.
Yeah.
Like he's faster than Jamar Gibbs, he's faster than Saquon Barkley, and at 200 pounds and I think 5'9", he's stocky as fuck.
He's a nice little. He's essentially the same size as Travion,
Yeah.
I believe.
So, and that's where you say, like, if I was going to pair an Omari and Hampton with another guy, it would be someone like Bashil Tootin.
Yeah.
Tootin.
So he's measured in at 5'9", 206.
Like, that's good size.
That's good size. And again, add 5 pounds because I'm sure that these guys are going to be able to put that on once they hit the NFL.
Well, yeah, and a guy that ran 4.32, if he puts on another 5 pounds and he ends up being, or if he ends up getting a 215, oh no, he's still going to be fast as fuck, boy, but he's going to be a fucking little bowling ball.
215 at 4.4.
At 5'9" would
Yeah.
be fucking like wicked.
Yeah.
So that's a guy, he's going to shoot up draft boards. He might get into the 3rd round just because of his combine stats.
So he Tootin had a 1.49 split, a 1.49
Shit,
10
so
yard
that's
split.
that's
So,
really
like,
good too.
He
Yeah.
can rock it up
Yeah.
to that 10-yard to the
He's fast.
Yeah.
He's quick. He's not only fast, but he's quick.
and a 4.41 shuttle, which
Yeah,
is
man. Flying.
nice to see.
Can you before we move off of the backs here? Can you just show me Cam Scadaboo's vert? He had a pretty high vert.
Yeah, he jumped really high. Scadaboo, but he didn't run his 40 because he's a little bitch.
Well, he doesn't want to show because he doesn't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to be everyone else is running 4.4s and you come out running 4.85.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, again,
That's not my game. Hey, speed is not my game.
We know.
Yeah.
But I can jump. I could dunk,
Yeah, he got a 39.5
which is pretty good.
and a
For-
10 foot 3 inch broad.
and how tall is he? 5.
He's 5'9" and a half,
Okay.
220, 219.
So he's stocky.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stocky boy.
that's he is compact, man. If Scadaboo is there, in the third, and he's kind of the last one, I'd say Cowboys should take him if they don't end up taking a halfback previous to
I
that.
just have a hard time. Like, as far as Scadaboo go, I'd take Omari and Hampton. I would take, obviously, Genty, Judkins, and Henderson all above, and maybe even Bruton Tootin at this point. I'd maybe like all 5 of those guys. Caleb Johnson didn't have a great showing. He ran a 4.5 something. So the guy that everyone, like, he was kind of slotted in as the 3rd pick in the PFF boards. He didn't have a great combine workout.
Here's a little quiz for you then on these running backs.
Quiz us.
Duders.
Give us hey, pop quiz, hot shot.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
You get Bashal Tootin with just the 5th round, one of our 5th round picks.
Okay.
Perhaps. I don't know if he's a 4th round pick, I bet now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But let's say you trade
For this hypothetical.
Hypothetical, you trade some of your 5ths, you move up to get him in the 4th where he is. But that's the running back. Rico Dowdle's signed. Okay, so we got Dowdle on the squad. So that's one option. The other option would be you take either Hampton or Gente in round 1, or Judkins or Travian in round 2, or Cam Scadaboo in round 3.
Oof.
So and Rico's on the team.
That's it. Oh, if Rico's on the team, I'm still going with. I still like the fact of having Genty or Hampton.
Right. Genty's gone.
Then I'd be okay if we have Hampton at. I'm starting to settle on Hampton at 12.
Okay. And what I'm trying to force you into is like, is Cam Scadaboo a 3rd round pick worthy? If you have Dowdle on the team too,
If you could then get like,
And maybe get Tootin.
if you could have other first rounds, like guaranteed the guy that you got in the 1st and 2nd round are
Yes.
starters. I mean, that's still. I mean, there's a chance that Hampton and Genty are gone by 12. So maybe
by 12,
you
100%.
might, the Scadaboo situation might be the only option, and I don't think it'd be bad. I just want.
But you're not picking
if
Scadaboo
we-
at 12, are you?
No,
No.
fuck no.
No, you're picking at 44.
No, I don't even think I'm picking him at 44.
No,
I don't
3rd
think,
round.
I don't think he's going to make the 3rd round, though.
So then, I'm taking in this scenario, I'm taking Judkins or Henderson at 44.
Okay.
If we can't get Hampton or Genty at 1, that would be, and then have Dowdle still there with one of those guys.
Yep.
And then say you beef up the offensive line. I just think the main thing for me is running back has to be taken in the first 3 rounds.
100%.
But apparently it might be the first 2 rounds then,
Possibly.
because
There's a run. If there's a run, on
I-
running
if
back.
you don't want Cam Scadaboo in the 3rd, or if that's a last resort pick, then it's really the first 2 rounds that you want the Cowboys to pull the trigger. Again, if Hampton ends up not being drafted highly, and for whatever the reason Cowboys don't draft him in the 1st round and go with someone else, okay, maybe then we're going to see the ability to get Travian or Judkins in the 3rd round, because we do have a high enough pick that a guy slips down there, you could
I
do it.
I just feel like a lot of these guys that we're thinking are going to be 3rd round backs, they're going to be going in 2nd round.
It's just always a bad thing when your running back doesn't want to run the 40.
Yeah,
That's a red. That is a giant red flag.
But I feel like if Hampton and Genty are both gone at 12, then my thought would be move back. Move back in
well, it depends who else is
Exactly,
there. Because
depends.
if they're taken, that means there's
a guy.
2 other
McMillan could be sitting there. You could end up having, one of the tackles, Campbell, could just be sliding. Because if Omari and Hampton get taken in the top 10, then there's a player that's going to be a starting caliber guy falling to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So realistically, if both those running backs did go top 10, it's not necessarily an awful thing for the Cowboys, because you're still going to get a really good player, and you're still going to get a chance to draft one of these really good running backs.
I think round 2 is where we're going to see the running back run. Like, I think that's going to. A lot of these guys are going to be off the board.
But it also comes down.
round
It comes
2.
down to how many teams truly need a running back.
Well, I think hearing that this is one of the best classes, plus seeing what the Eagles did with premier back, I think the whole idea that teams should invest heavily into these backs is going to be on everybody's mind, and they're going to want to pick. I do think that the running backs are going to go higher than they should this draft.
I'm nervous about it.
I'm nervous about it too.
They just got to get a running.
I'm nervous about it because I don't see the Cowboys are more of sellers. Like, they're more of, they want to get we drafted the 45th ranked guy at 50. They
Yeah.
don't want to do,
Yeah.
we drafted the 45th ranked guy at 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to do that.
Sometimes you can't. Yeah. Sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
'Cause it's either you get that guy or you don't. Now you don't have any of them. Okay. So next it kind of talks about some quarterbacks. Again, we've kind of chatted a little bit about quarterbacks. They got Milroe, Leonard, and Cook and Press throwing at the combine.
Cook had a lot. He was again, an athletic darling. With quarterbacks, though, I am willing to take a quarterback who didn't have really great stats. Obviously needs to have shown some sort of competence, and perhaps look into like who he had around him and how that all, like the school rank and the
Yeah.
team and blah, blah, stuff that I don't have the ability to do. But Brady Cook, in terms of what he can do athletically, is something super interesting. And so taking a later round pick on a guy like a Brady Cook, or
Who can sit there and learn a little bit.
maybe he just needs to learn from an NFL. Like I don't know the caliber of the coaching.
Oh, you're gonna get a better, way
Yeah.
better. And you know what? Like a guy like Dak Prescott, if he gets a dude that's a 4th or a 5th round pick, it's
He's
not
going to feel like his job's on
yeah,
the line.
it's not like the same as getting a quarterback drafted in the first 2 rounds, right? Where it's like, okay, this is the guy we plan to take
Well,
over for you.
I'd say, look, Dak, we need 2 more quarterbacks. So we're either going to draft one or we're going to go get 2 guys in free
Well,
agency.
it's easy. Yeah, the best way to do that is you just don't re-sign Trey Lance and Cooper Rush, and it's like, well, our cheapest
Yep.
for you guys to get more power, our cheapest route right now is to draft a guy in the 5th round, right?
and
Instead of going out and signing a stopgap backup, you may as well draft someone and let him learn.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what Kyler Gaming says. A lot of buzz about Dart. Had a great outing over Ward and Shadur, and I think it's, I don't think it's any secret, but
is he on your?
Dart's going to be he's one of my guys for the draft. I'm
Okay.
claiming it.
Is this your claim right now?
Yeah, this is my
Claiming him.
claim right now, baby.
Well, you got to pick what day.
Day 2.
Day 2. Okay,
Day
that's
2,
one of
Jackson
Ad's.
Dart.
So, because what do we get? We get two.
we
We
got?
get 2 day 1 picks.
Yep.
We're making a 6-team,
Yeah.
a 6-player team. All 3 of us gets to have a 6-player team. Adam just took one of his day 2 picks. On day 2, you get to claim 4 players. Adam has now claimed Jackson Dart as his first player take, and I like. Hey, that was nice. That was a nice slide, and I like that. That was good.
day 1?
No, day 1's 2, day 2's 4, and day 3 6
Right. Okay.
for a total of 12.
I was waiting to bring it up during this quarterback one, but Kyler Gaming brought up
No,
Dart. So
you slid that in there nicely.
And you know what? I expected it, and it's appropriate, Ad.
Well, and we need to start picking names.
We do.
Like that.
I think we were waiting for the combine to kind of
simmer a little bit.
something, because what?
he goes, Adam's been hyping Dart from the jump. The only dude I heard him talking about too. Oh, the only dude that I'm the only guy who's talking about Dart.
And then now everybody is.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, the whole point of the game is to try to pick players that the Cowboys are going to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think the Cowboys are going to pick them on day 2?
I should have probably said it's a day 3 pick, but I don't think he's going to make it day 3. But I have to.
If I think there should be a bonus round of guessing what day every guy went on.
It's both things. If the Cowboys draft him, obviously it's extra bonus.
Yeah.
But and we'll figure out the points. But if you guess the day the player gets drafted, you should also get points.
Like I said, I'm going to call it right now. I think he's going to go late 3rd round, or like early 4th.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, 4th would be a day 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think he could?
They have, in that mock that I sent you, they had the Jets trading into the 1st to get him.
I mean, hey, and you know what? I could be fucking completely wrong.
Right now, get right beside Ad's guy. What round? Because you got the day.
Yeah.
What round?
I think you said later half of round 3.
I said late 3rd, early 4th.
No, you don't get 4th though.
I know. So go late 3rd.
Okay, well we're
But
gonna.
I feel like I said the combine might have fucked that.
I'll take this and
I think he's
make
gonna,
a little.
I think he's
talk.
going to be in the 2nd.
Think he's going to go 2nd?
I do, because you're going to lose. You're going to lose Shadur and you're going to lose Cam Ward. Well, now any team that needs a quarterback, they're going to take.
Well, who else is
That's what I
who's
mean.
the
He's
next guy?
the third. Dart's the 3rd
Yeah.
guy now.
Yeah.
Because he had a great combine. But I like how Ad sneaked that in there, or it was very well done to get in there, because we do have to start taking guys. And I almost did it earlier because I have someone that I'm thinking of taking, but
quarterback.
no, running back.
Running back.
Fuck it. I'm gonna use one of mine.
Yep.
I'm going Omari and Hampton
Oh,
at 12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there, I like it.
That's my one of my day ones.
And we can only say it one per show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so.
That's my guy.
One,
AJ, you
two,
may as well,
three.
or unless you want to marinate on it. Unless you have a guy.
I will before the end of the episode.
Okay.
Because I haven't really pulled the trigger.
Well, how many weeks is it till the draft?
I think we got quite a few.
Okay, fine. As your
Because bare minimum, it has to be at least 12 weeks away for us to be able to do a player.
tell you in
Granted,
a
we
sec.
run 2 shows a week.
we have 12.
Okay, so even if you just do 1 a week, you'll make your mark.
Okay, so it's April 24th. We're at the beginning of March, so
Yeah, but we're gonna have
we'll have to double down.
We're gonna have
I
EJ
think-
Savage on. He's gonna get a guy.
Yeah.
On Wednesday, so EJ Savage, our draft guru, is going to be hopping on. So.
I'm gonna do one a show.
Yeah, one a show. I think one a show is good until you're out.
I know I threw us off there for a second, but am I really throwing us off by bringing up a my guy
Side
choice?
quest, man.
Timothy Ball says Dallas has no. Crack him if you want. Hey, toss me
Oh
one,
yeah,
son.
toss me one too, babe.
Toss me one, son.
Pink lemonade?
No. The next 5 are going to be all that, so you got to go deep for it to.
Pineapple?
Yeah, there you go, AJ. Nice toss, right in the bucket.
I know you love your little pink lemonade.
I don't mind pink lemon.
I don't mind any of them.
Hey, I don't mind any of
I
these
don't
strips.
mind any of it. Dallas, Timothy Ball says Dallas has no choice this draft and really has to go all in and get as many as they can in their run game, and that should be the #1 priority.
So on defense, or does he mean like running the ball or stopping the run?
And we got breaking news. Breaking news right now.
What?
Dallas is using the tag on Osa Odighizuwa.
Okay,
And you should change the title to that. You should just change our live stream to that just to get people coming in.
That's smart.
Okay, I'll do that.
But
right
now hear this, and that's like this is a move because I don't think that they were going. I think that they didn't feel they'll have the deal done.
That's
by the
all it is.
deadline.
I mean, I think we're done this article. We should now touch it.
Oh
Touch
yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
absolutely. We're done with this.
Let's get to the Osa.
So I'm gonna just find.
That was a nice.
Article.
That was a nice for the players that we're expecting to take, like running backs, wide receivers. That was a good article. Who was that done? That was by PFF. Good
Yeah,
work,
that's PFF. That's what I'm hoping they might have that updated sooner than later. Their
So this isn't the breaking news one because I read this already. Cowboys to Franch Osa Odighizuwa if no deal done by deadline. Is there actual like?
I'm
that was
seeing
at
that was 28 minutes ago.
Oh,
so
they
maybe
might
it
have
was
updated because I saw 7:35 a.m. on it.
Here, I'll go to this one. It's it's just it's on 3.com. But hey, this was 4 minutes ago. Oh fuck you! I guess we can't read yours because you put.
Go to X. Has anyone reported on it? Like or NFL.com that they would have had something.
I got Osa. I'm just searching up Osa right now. Latest news.
Because Timothy Ball might have also just read one of the articles that I read.
There is news popping off right now.
Tom Downey did, said Timothy Ball.
Tom Downey from Chat Sports.
It doesn't. Okay. Nothing is confirmed. It's just planned. But there is a bunch of news rolling out now. Because I did see that this morning too, but now it seems to be hitting again. So I
Ramping
don't.
up.
Yeah. Whatever. Osa with the tag.
How do you guys feel about that? Again, I don't think they're actually going to run the tag. I think it's just to have some time to work on the deal past the deadline.
I think you should be using the tag as much as possible. I don't know if there's any financial benefit to it. In some cases, it can be worse, but I would use the tag on Osa in this case. I want him around for another year, but I would rather sign him to a long-term deal. I don't know about the $21 million. That one's a little rough for me.
Little too much flavor, you think?
It's hard to say because just thinking of $21 million a year and then Micah Parsons with what his is as well. It's a lot of money to invest in the D-line. Maybe you got to do that, though. And the Cowboys, the problem, I think, with Osa is I keep coming back to, like, well, what if someone else was in there? Could they perform just as well? Fowler had not a bad season. Like, is it just the fact of he's a really good NFL player and he's playing against one of the most elite defensive ends, or playing next to, one of the most elite defensive ends, that's going to open up more doors for you. And so I just go back and forth. At the same time, I don't
Crack him if
want
you got him.
crack him if you got him. I don't want to let him go and not have anyone and then get down to our bare fucking cupboards at
Well,
D-line.
they were showing, or someone had mentioned in chat last week or the week before that if the Cowboys did pay Osa $28 million a year, he'd be like the 13th highest paid, which that's still pretty good. If you know what I mean, that's still a deal. Like that's a friendly deal if you're over the 10th highest paid guy, right? Like you're not going to find a top tier
No.
free agent, and you're going to have a hard time drafting a guy. At least you know what you're getting with Osa, and Osa was one of the only mainstays and like shining points of the defense last year. But you do make a good point. He is playing against one of the premier players in the NFL beside Micah Parsons. So,
and I don't want to take that away from him.
no, because he's put up numbers.
Yeah, I'm just using that as like an excuse to be like, does that make sense? At the end of the day, I don't think you can let him walk or test the free market because he's probably gonna get what would get paid for the franchise tag and on another team anyways.
Yep.
And if D-Law, he's a free agent as well. I don't know that we can afford to lose two of those types of guys. We're still gonna have to go find someone in free agency or draft someone. And what's the chances of either one of those things happening with Jerry Jones?
Well, that's the thing. Would you guys attack the draft differently if you get Osa, or is defensive tackle still a big need then?
I think we still need it.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
do too.
Osa doesn't signing Osa doesn't solve anything. It just keeps one less hole to plug.
And if he doesn't get signed, then it's
Then it's
when's free agency start? Does it start Tuesday?
Let me look. Skis.
Excuse me.
Ant, what's going on?
That's
I'm dying over here, man.
Yeah, Timothy Ball says Tom Downey from Chat Sports just did his updated video for Osa News.
Okay.
So he's saying it's March 14th.
So the legal
March
negotiation.
14th is the date, right? March
The-
12th?
I'm trying to get to it.
Sorry, right?
The legal negotiation window begins March 10th, where they can start like making deals, but then the official start of the free agency is March 12th.
Which is that's the
So we're
Thursday.
we're what
Week and a half away?
A week and a half away from that. So teams are talking, but they can actually we'll start hearing deals on March 10th.
Yeah, like they always drop. There's always
Yeah.
guys suspected signings and
Yeah.
stuff. Like you are.
They just can't sign till
they
March
just can't
12th.
sign. I do think the Cowboys should re-sign Osa. By the way, like he's a mainstay. He's been very good, and then we could still have our guy, our boy on Osa's agent.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Sam Leaf.
Sam
Leaf.
Leaf.
Who messaged us out of the blue?
I know, and I wish we would have met up with him in Cali.
The other thing I do
I think he was
want
at
to
the San Fran game too. I should have told him we were going to bet at that.
the other breaking news, guys, was Deebo Samuel.
Oh yeah, we didn't
getting
touch on
traded
that.
to the Commanders, and what was that for? A 5th round pick?
Yeah, I mean, and the Cowboys are sitting here with all the 5th round picks in the world, and they don't even.
Well, the thing is his contract. Like
I'm just looking
a lot
at
of
that.
people. A lot of people brought that up. Like you'd have to pay him 17 million or something crazy this year, and he is coming off some slower years. So when you look at the compensation that San Francisco got for him, you're like, well, fuck yeah, the Cowboys had all these 5th round picks because that's what I was initially like. And then some people started breaking down his contract, and I was like, okay, maybe I wouldn't have wanted to do that.
Yeah, so he is signed
Deebo.
until. Oh no, it's just next year's contract. The thing is, it's a 1-year deal with them, and yeah, it's a $17.4 million cap hit.
Great,
Now-
great for the Commanders who have tons of cap.
Oh, and look, if you extend him a year or two, because he's 29 years old, extend him a year or two, you can make that a little bit nicer.
I think the most annoying part about it is he goes into the division. Like now,
That's
the most annoying part.
He was a pain in our ass playing in San Fran. When we were meeting those guys yearly, and now he's in our fucking division.
Yeah, you got to see him
Division.
twice.
You are true. Like I think he's, gone from like a tier dude, not an S tier, but an A tier dude. He's kind of down to the bottom side of that, or maybe like a B plus type of receiver. But if he bounces back,
He's in the perfect place for it.
Yeah.
Like he's got lots of weapons around him.
You guys want to look at some Skittles?
Yeah, let's
Yeah, bring up the Skittle board.
Okay. I did a whole bunch of receivers.
just a little bit smaller, if you can.
Oh yeah, hang on, I'll do that.
Just a tidge.
Just size queen it for us.
Just size it up.
Hang on. Fuck.
So AJ's been going through and making. We call it the AJ Skittle board just because it's a bunch of yummy Skittle colors. We went through the running back class, the interior defensive line class, and now today he has compiled us the wide receiver class for the 2025 NFL draft, and he's broken it into a bunch of different ranks. Green meaning it's the higher the green, and then up to blue is the best of the best, and then all the way to the dark red is the lowest of the low.
That's right. And I'm gonna skip all this shit because we know if we want to look at someone specifically, I can pull them up. But what I really just want to go to is this combine here.
This is the new one.
I did think, well, they're a little different because things matter more. For example, with wide receivers, I did care about their hand size, and I cared about their arm length size, where I didn't care about that with running backs at all, because they're just grabbing them. Maybe the hand size matters, but it doesn't matter as much as a wide receiver. So there are a few differences, but it's the same idea, like higher number better, lower number not as good. And these are those standouts, and it's kind of the same thing that we saw. Sam Brown, Ty Felton, Jalen Noel, Jalen Lane, Matthew Golden. These guys all had... Emeka did one thing, so I don't really weigh that too heavily. Like,
he didn't run his 40.
Didn't run his 40. But these guys who did like 3 or more combine drills, they performed well. And so that's just their athletic side of things. And I also then took in the PFF board. And when we kind of take that into account, like how they performed during the season, like the PFF grade plus their combine, then you could still see, you see Jaden Higgins rise to the top. Like, this guy might be someone to really look at getting. He's projected, he's 51st ranked PFF.
So he'll be hanging around there at 44, hopefully, for us.
Could be. And he'd be a guy that I think you could go for. And Trey Harris is the other dude who,
Jackson Dart's favorite target.
yeah, he's 96th on the PFF rank, so could be there in a 3rd round.
Yep. Which I wouldn't be mad with Trey Harris.
Yeah. And then the one last thing here that's kind of nice to look at. Oh, and this guy's really cool. I got to show you this guy real quick, okay?
Efton
Chisholm.
Efton Chisholm or Chisholm?
Played in dog shit school, had amazing stats.
Washington.
But you're gonna love his draft buzz.
Buzz this up. So Wayjay's just breaking up the NFL draft on Efton Chisholm.
Actually, he doesn't have it, but I just want to show you his photo here. If I can get it up. And trust me, dudes, I can get it up.
There he is.
There he is.
Efton
Looks like a ball boy.
Chisholm.
Does look like
5'11", 200.
We could have watched him. We could have watched him at the Iwi.
Well, look at his
Eastern Washington
stats.
Eagles.
120 receptions, 1,300 yards,
13 tugs.
13 tugs. Like,
Yeah, he lit it up.
he lit it up for Eastern Washington Eagles.
Eastern Washington Eagles.
The Ewos.
But then if you add in the strength of schedule here, so obviously the guys who had a stronger schedule, we got to take their results higher, okay? And you see Elijah Badger, Andrew Armstrong, Trey Harris, and Chamari Dyke. These guys all are interesting dudes, especially Elijah Badger and Andrew Armstrong, ranked 281st. And I don't even think Andrew Armstrong is ranked on PFF. That's why he's 350.
350's 350 is just you're off the board.
So, but those two dudes, something interesting about them when you look at how they performed at the combine and then with their strength of schedule. They were on teams who played good teams.
Right.
Badger was on Florida and Armstrong was in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
So I don't know. It was fun. A lot of names kept popping up, but there's a lot of dudes here that are just good. No negatives. Like Tez Johnson, for example. I think he performed exactly where he should be at 95. PFF ranked 95. So. But
so can you go select purely by PFF rank? I just want to see how that kind of goes with your
combine ranking.
Well, combine ranking plus strength schedule and everything else. So like if you're looking at this right now, Jalen Royals is the guy that we don't want to look at, according to.
Yeah, like he's underperformed, but it's 100% due to his school. He played in Utah State, and those SOS rates, I found them online, and so like the lowest I think is 30, the highest is 254, or so 92 is pretty. It's on the low scale of competition.
Yeah, and then but your combined body rate and SOS adjust. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Strength of schedule is SOS rate. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, strength.
So that's kind of like if that was on average with anyone else.
Exactly. I tried to even out what their ranks were based off of the strength of schedule. So obviously the guys who have maybe a lower PFF rating, 69, let's say, but they played for a stronger strength of schedule, they could be higher than the guy who had a better rating but played for a shittier school or a school that had less quality. So, but yeah, Jalen's a standout, and also Torrey Horton, unfortunately, with it, with Colorado State.
Same thing. He had
same thing.
The strength of schedule is really dicking him. But I think your bread and butter, like you're looking at these top 15 guys, according to PFF rank, does match up pretty nicely with what you have there. And
some guys didn't run the combine, or they ran one thing. So you really just you really kind of.
Are you going to update this once PFF changes their grading? Because I guaranteed Matthew Golden moves up.
Yeah, I'll be adjusting.
I bet you guys there's going to be some shaking and some moving.
I'm building these out, so I've got
like Isaiah Bond might drop on the PFF rank a bit. Tez Johnson didn't run a great 40, so he might drop down a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
Guys who don't run the 40s, let's say Ibuka, do you think Ibuka stays firm, or do you think
also
that Golden could go up ahead of Ibuka in the draft?
Ibuka will probably stay pretty close. He's just waiting. He's going to end up running his 40 at his pro day, I imagine.
There's also, there's the pro day as well. And so those, although for my money, there's no difference between a combine and a pro day.
There isn't. One's just you have your specific guy.
Yeah.
You kind of build the workout kind of, right? So you're showcasing yourself and
but you're still doing the same drills.
Same drills, but like you're picking the routes you're running.
Oh, okay.
You're deciding how you're going to do it. Like you have a little bit more control over it. So
where as a combine, they have the set things.
Yeah, combine, it's kind of set. And combine's usually first.
Which I kind of like to see the quarterbacks in a non-pro day. I like with the combine, you get a bunch of rando receivers that you've never played with running certain routes. Like it gives you a chance to really see how those, and actually same with receivers too. Some of these receivers, like you could show up really well for a pro day. The whole thing with a pro day is it's meant for you to show you in the best scenario, right?
Tony Romo was invited to the combine, but not as a quarterback. He was just there to throw the balls to the receivers in their drills.
I love it. One guy who pops up often in where the Cowboys are drafting as a wide receiver, I believe it's round 2 when we do our mock drafts, is Xavier Restrepo.
Yep.
And so I don't know, maybe it's because no one ever talks about him.
Give us a draft buzz on him.
Yeah. Okay.
This is our time to study these guys. Let's get some Xavier Restrepo and get in your mind, like, did you guys take into account any of these guys that you'd want to take on day 1, you'd want to take on day 2, and you'd want to take on day 3? And I don't mean for our CanFan 12-man battle. I just mean in general, like for when we do end up having our mock drafts on Wednesdays, who are some of these guys that you would, if they're sitting at 12, or if they're sitting at 44, if they're sitting at 76, who you would without a doubt take?
Oh, sorry. I do just want to show you one other thing that might help make that decision here, and I'll drag the column over, is the slot percentage, because that's always, I think, a big...
Oh, yeah, that is. How many times they lined up in the slot or not?
Slaughternut?
Slaughternut.com.
Slaughternut.com.
I'm a slot.
But
You're
see,
not.
now you can see these guys. So green is slot. The purple are like they sometimes do slot, and then red is they're not really a slot dude at all.
Interesting.
So like this is what would keep me away from Ibuka is he's a super high slot rate. And do you want that when you have CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah, that's what you got CeeDee Lamb doing.
It doesn't mean that he can't be an X guy or whatever.
Well, that's why, like, if you look at Burden and Ibuka, as high slaughter knots.
Yeah.
Maybe you do trade back for a Matthew Golden, or you take him. I wouldn't mind take. I mean, look, I would be Matthew Golden at 12. Maybe after his combine feels a little bit better than what he was ranked. Like
He's probably going to move up from 25. For
yeah.
sure.
So like, look, if like, I would still be satisfied if they took Ibuka or Burden or Golden or McMillan. But I obviously don't think we're
At
gonna
12.
at 12. I don't think we're going to get McMillan. But any of those four dudes, if we ended up not getting Hampton or Genty for running back, go for the best receiver on the board.
I'm pulling
my mind.
I'm pulling my dude right now.
Fucking
It's
do it.
Jaden Higgins.
Oh, he's a Higgins guy.
Jaden Higgins, 2nd round.
Okay.
Okay.
Way J's on the board with some Jaden Higgins.
Jaden Higgins.
Pick
from
44.
Iowa
Yep,
State.
pick 44.
Iowa
Pick
State.
44 or 2nd round.
Does it allow you, because as you're making your skittle board and you're putting
Mhm.
these guys stat by stat, you're like, ooh, I could take a receiver in the top
Oh,
in the first round, but like these 2nd round guys that I could get, like they're a good wide receiver number 2. They would stack up with what we need.
Well, like Luther Burden's a guy we don't talk about at all. And the PFF has him top 7. He's kind of a speed guy. And again, I think I'm shying away from that. I think I'm shying away from the speed guy. I want an outside. I want a guy that's going to line up outside, where a Matthew Golden looks like he has been, and then also Jaden Higgins. Tet McMillan, another guy that I think if he fell to 12, you'd probably end up taking him. But I would be staying away from the slot receivers more than not.
Can I double down?
Oh, so 2 and 1?
Well,
Yeah, you could do 2. I mean, I'm fine if
I'm fine. I don't give a shit. Double.
Savion Williams, 3rd round.
Okay. Okay, so day 3, and then you think 3rd round?
Well, I'm playing, I'm betting,
Yeah.
I'm hedging my bet.
But
So,
if you,
I think one of these two
yeah.
guys.
I thought you said Xavier Williams, but you're saying
Savion.
Savion Williams, who we picked. Yeah, from TCU.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
So
got it.
AJ's got 2 off the board. I mean, this is the perfect time if you're going to take a wide receiver. It makes the most sense while we're doing our wide receiver study.
Oops, sorry, he's actually a
Can we go down? Yeah, because he'll be a day 2, right?
Yeah.
Can we go down and just see some of the guys that will be in?
Yeah.
Just by PFF stat. Like I just want to put them up to.
So like 133,
Yeah,
let's say, because Isaiah Bond's 103. Again, he might drop.
Isaiah Bond might drop, and this is the thing. I want a wide receiver taken in the top 3 rounds.
You're looking at
Wide receiver, running back, defensive tackle. Those are the 3 positions I want taken in the 3 rounds.
Okay, fuck it. I'm doing my day 1. I'm doubling down on day 1 right now because I have my day 2 guy for Dart.
Yeah.
I'm taking Golden for day 1 at number 12
Okay.
because I don't think we're going to see Hampton.
And
Hampton's already taken Hampton.
Ad will still get that if the Cowboys trade back and end up still getting them with their day 1 pick. That still counts.
first round, day 1. Yeah.
Because that's to call the Cowboys are going to get.
That'd be crazy.
It'd be crazy. We've tried. I don't
I don't know how I'd feel about it, but I wouldn't be.
I would feel better if they traded back to like 16 or 17.
Sure. Yeah,
and then
sure.
got Golden, because you could probably trade back to 16 or 17, either get Golden or Ibuka and pick up some more draft capital. So that I'd be happier with that.
One guy to look at here is Jamari Dyke.
The Dyke.
See what happens when someone does a run on something? It's like, okay, I got to get my guy in before Ant starts picking his guy. Imagine Alex is
I'm kind of scared of
6'1", 196.
I'm kind of scared of taking wide receivers, to be honest.
Why?
I just don't know. I don't know. The Cowboys are just so fucking finicky.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I would have taken either. I don't think I would have taken any of those guys. Fuck it. I'll do it right now. Isaiah Bond, day 3.
Okay.
Any round you want to claim?
I think 3rd. 'Cause Cowboys don't have a 4th, so I think I'm kind of forced to. Oh, sorry, day 2.
Day 2. Okay.
Oh, wait a second. Yes, I'm going to use him as a day 2.
Okay.
I think 3rd round. Day 2 me up for Isaiah Bond.
I wouldn't be mad.
What's that end? What the day 2 or 3rd round last pick is what? Like, fuck, I might have just
Third
fucked
round
up.
last pick is 96.
I might have just fucked up. I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it, baby.
Bond's always there when we're drafting. Like, I mean, he in those rounds.
Yeah, but
I
PFF
think-
has him at 103, and is coming off a bad
Well,
combine.
I
I'm
think-
still sticking to it.
I think what will be fair is once you fill your board, then you can maybe do 3 adjustments or something like that.
Okay.
But you got to fill your board first.
The adjustment should happen on the show, our final draft show on the Wednesday night that we do, the mock
you have
draft
to-
show.
Hey, I fucked up. I fucked up originally and said day 3 because I was thinking like
You could say
I'm
day 3.
I'm staying day 3
Yeah.
because maybe the Cowboys trade up into the 4th round and get him. I'm gonna go day 3. I don't think he goes day 2. So I at least want those bonus points for the proper day. I'm
Yeah.
saying day 3, round 4.
Okay.
Which is a bad idea because I kind of said to Ad, you realize we're trying to pick players that the Cowboys are going to take. And then I'm expecting to get a guy that's getting taken in the 4th round.
Well, if they end up taking him in the 3rd, you'll still get points for the player,
Yep.
but not the
round.
Not the round.
What about this? Get points for this.
Crack them if you got them. Any players that you guys want to look at specifically? I do want to show you that Tesla dude, Isaac.
Bring up Tesla, and I also wanted just because I brought
We
him
haven't
up
looked at
here.
him yet.
Trey
Give me an
Harris.
NFL. Give
Oh wait, first we're looking at
Yeah,
Restrepo.
let's get a couple draft buzzes on these guys. Okay. Looks like
Soccer player.
I mean, he's a villain.
yeah, definitely a villain.
9th ranked, 5'10", 209. That's a decent size for good weight for his height.
Great photo they have of him laying out
Dropping
there.
a ball.
Yeah. Yeah, what is that?
Why would they have that
Yeah,
one?
that's
Dives but cannot make a catch
Yeah.
in the end zone against the Florida A&M Rattlers.
Mind you, it does look like the ball is thrown literally
Awfully.
in the sideline.
Cam Moore just throws a suicide pass to Restrepo.
This is what, okay,
A lot of fucking dehydrated colors
Yeah.
there, WJ.
one thing that really concerns me with the wide receiver is the arms. And he's got tiny little fucking T-Rex arms and tiny little baby hands, which I know we're not a bunch of big hand dudes in here. We got some thick mitts. Well, you got Bessie's bigger than mine, absolutely.
We would be like a superpower if you gave us your gangly fingers and our palms. Like,
Oh,
we'd,
yeah.
we'd be fine.
This guy, I got a little fondness too.
Oh, fucking, he's definitely a razor.
Sunshine.
He's definitely an AJ guy. Look at him.
Well, he's 6'4", 214, and he had just
Has the body.
fucking
Lots of hydration here.
He had a stellar combine.
He did, yeah. Nice vert,
So,
good
but-
broad jump.
These updated for combine?
Yeah, those are all. Yeah,
These are all combined.
Okay, sweet.
That's why, and where it's the bracket beside it in the C, I think that's for combine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
okay.
yeah, it
means
does.
combine?
NFL combine.
It
And
might
then
not-
they'll update it. They'll even have a pro day after eventually,
Sweet. Okay.
which I didn't even know last year. This might be new. I don't remember seeing any of that.
Fucking buddy, your buddy throws off 17 reps at 225. Look at him, Isaiah Tesla.
Oh, and there was that Nolan dude.
Nolan,
Jalen Nolan.
No, it's one of
Noel,
Noel.
Jalen Noel.
Yeah,
Jalen
Noel.
Noel, Noel. I am Jalen Noel.
There he is.
He looks thick.
5'10", 194, Iowa State, hometown Kansas City, Missouri.
Tiny arms.
Fucking look at that bench, dude's 23.
Oh wow, fuck, he's throwing it up. Nice vert, fucking
Nice
great
vert. 40.
I mean, his hands he's got real small hands,
Yeah, he's got little T-Rex.
but he's a beast. He's like a Tank Dell, just
Yeah.
a fucking little tank,
Quick.
literally.
Bring up Trey Harris.
Trey Harris.
We talk about him a little bit, but let's take a look at some of his measurables.
Trey
up
Harris,
there, Ole
number
Miss.
5th rank overall, 6'2" of position. Sorry, 6'2", 205. That's nice, and he looks thick too.
And they don't even his picture. They don't even have him catching a ball.
Yeah. Draft Buzz, what are you doing? Two guys are on him.
He's got him burned though. Mississippi. Let me read it. Mississippi Rebels wide receiver Trey Harris, number 9, hauls in a touchdown pass during the first half at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville, Florida, on Saturday, November 23rd, 2024.
Old Ben Hill Griffin.
And he ends up bringing that
Ben
in for
Hill
a
Griffin.
6, baby.
Yeah, Ole Miss, good team. Good team to be on.
Jackson with a dart for that touchdown.
4'5". He ain't the quickest guy in the
Combine.
sea, but sometimes
He burned those 2 bitches though.
yeah. And look at them. You get him. No, you get him.
Who wants him? I'll take him.
You were supposed to switch route with me.
And if
So,
you bring up on your skill board though, let's just bring up. Let's just look
Trey
up.
Harris?
Yeah, bring him up. Bring him up.
I see him.
Right here, Trey Harris.
17.
Okay, so
96
look,
at PFF.
never in slot, which fares well for the Cowbs.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Outside guy.
Probably
Okay.
he would probably be a third round pick for us. If we're not drafting any wide receivers in the first two.
Well,
Only
we're
thing
going
I'll-
76 though.
And he did do 3 combines, so that's like enough to get a pretty good measurement.
Sorry, where does
That's
okay?
nice.
So they have his PFS rank is 96. So where technically the 96 pick?
That'd be
is-
like end of
the third.
yeah. So fucking this is what I'm talking about. The 4th round pick is such a critical fucking pick.
It is.
Especially at 12.
I'm banking on the Cowboys getting into the 4th somehow.
Would you give up
I
2
would-
5s for a 4?
Yes.
I don't know if any other team would. I think the only way you could give up 2 5s and get into the 4th, it'd have to be like end of the 4th. I think if you're trying to get into the 4th round,
Give up next year's 4th?
you might have to do something.
Fucking Cowboys and their.
But
do
I would 100 give up 100%. And the thing with our 5th round picks, a bunch of them are the compensatory picks, so they're even after all 32 teams have went.
Oh, yeah.
And then so you got the very like 70, I think 72, 74, 75 or whatever, that cluster that we have, those are all going to be compensatory picks, right?
Well, let's look at that. It's 170, right?
For which?
You said that it's 170, 172, 174. Or
Oh,
something
yeah.
Like that. So let's look at like this range here from, I don't know, 157 to and beyond.
Well, and this is what I mean.
Bunch of fucking
I don't
guys
know.
that
I don't know any guys in the wide receiver room. I don't know enough about the guys on day 3, right? And that's kind of what I'm interested into learning about. If the Cowboys don't target anyone, because they haven't been targeting wide receiver early in any drafts.
There's my boy Chimmery Dick.
Chim Dick. is what they
Let's
call him.
let's have a look at him.
Chai Dye?
Let's have a look at him, and then are we gonna do
Chai
a
Dye.
fucking
I think we got to do
Yeah,
it.
we got to
3.5?
do just a speed one.
3.5?
Speed
Yeah.
draft.
Speed draft it.
Speed drafts are good. And then we're targeting receivers in the speed draft.
Well, yeah, predominantly. I think we
No
should.
trades.
Chai Dye.
Where's
See him.
Chai Dye? There he is. Hey,
Okay.
Chai Dye.
Florida Gators.
I don't want no high guy.
I just want a Chai Dye.
Yeah.
Now I want Chai Dye.
That's what I want. Dave.
All right, let me pull this up, guys.
Let's get
It's
it.
40-4-3. Hey, Chai Dye's fast.
He's got some wheels.
Chai Dye's fast.
Let's get a fucking mock draft up in this bitch. Let's do it.
Let's get a 3.5.
I
Let's
like
get a
it.
3.5.
I like
Alive
it.
3.5.
I don't mind it. Why the hell not? We're here. We're here. Why not?
Just
I don't want no Chai Dye.
super speed. What are we doing here?
Yep, I think so.
Trades or just turbo? We'll pick who's there.
I mean, hey, we get crazy. We got to get crazy, right?
Well, I'm just wondering to start off. You want me to run it slow?
Should we go? Should we do a 100% public board or no? We're not in that point in that phase
I'm
yet.
fine. That's what I'm saying. What do we want to do?
Maybe
here?
go. Maybe go.
I think we do draft for needs up one.
Okay.
Yep,
Juice it up a bit. Okay.
and go towards public by 2 clicks.
Okay. Let's do it.
See what she gives us.
Okay.
Turbo.
Yeah, I think we just fucking
Yeah.
fly into it.
No trades.
No
We're
trades.
getting what we're getting, and that's all that you
You're
get.
getting what you're getting. You don't get upset.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Start at 3.5 draft. Here we go,
Here we go.
baby.
Let's get it. 3.5 can fan
Okay,
mock draft.
trade into the number 1.
Did I do 7 rounds?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I was looking. And here we are. All
Okay.
right, right on the board.
I mean, I guess we're taking Genty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have to.
Yeah. This is what we would do if we were the Dallas Cowboys. Again,
Yeah.
he's moved up to 11.3.
Or do we take Hampton?
No,
Okay.
no, I think it's just
Real quick. Could drop back 4.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's drop back 4. Do it.
Yeah, try it. Get that 47. I would love this. Oh, you fucking give him. Yeah, give him like a one. Give him one of our comps. Give him one of our comp picks.
Not even the
170.
last?
Give him 170 and see what they do.
Well, they'll take it, but like 170. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get anything else much from there. Yeah, try 174. Well, these guys are driving a hard bargain. Who else wants to trade? Try someone else. Fuck these guys.
20.
20's kind of far
Too
to
far.
move back.
Let me do one more.
Yeah,
170.
20's too far to be.
This is the
moving back.
final offer.
Final offer.
They
Okay,
got
we
it.
took it.
Okay. Time to cook. Time to cook.
Ashton, and we almost still
Ah,
got.
we almost
We
got
still
Jenty.
almost got.
Okay,
Jenty.
so now do we go with?
Kenneth Grant, DI.
Here we go. We got Kenneth Grant, who would be good. Will Johnson's still there.
Yeah, that's big. Hey, dare I say Omari and Hampton?
Yeah, do Hampton.
Let's do Hampton. We haven't done it.
Or even Matthew Golden in this situation.
Hampton or Golden?
I don't mind the.
Matthew Golden, Marnie Hampton, 25 and 26.
What do you think's more important, running back or wide receiver? I think
running back.
Yeah, I think we go Omari and Hampton.
Let's do it.
Fucking welcome to the team.
Welcome to the team.
We're gonna get a bad
And-
grade for that, but it doesn't matter.
No,
Who
we
gives a
don't give a
fuck?
shit.
Okay, so here we go now with our 44th.
So this Nick Eamon Rory was a
Yeah.
fucking workout
Yeah.
freak. He had a
I-
crazy combine.
Yeah.
And he had a good PFF.
Good PFF, crazy
Good
combine.
more of a coverage, but he's not terrible at run defense and had good games against Clemson.
What do we have at wide receiver though?
Well, we got 44, and then we got the
Yeah.
46 pick. So we
Which
got
is
two. We got,
6'3", 227. That's
Yeah,
fucking
and he
sexy.
ran like he's a beast.
so
wide
44
receiver?
and 47.
Wide receiver.
There's WayJ's guy.
There's Higgins.
Yeah, but we could probably maybe wait till 47.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
I
so-
think we got Prometheus is there.
Oh, Prometheus, guys.
Yeah.
Let's do Prometheus.
Yeah.
No, he's an edge though.
I know that's what I
fuck
mean.
it.
There's also so you got Turner. So Shamar Turner had a pretty good combine. There's also Tyler Booker there. So I don't know. What are you guys thinking? Let's just go Prometheus. He's BPA right now. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know what? Sorry. Just pause for a second. I thought no one has been commenting, but the thing was scrolled up. So Will Berger Rod MG with a $10 super chat says,
Oh,
"Yo, what's
shit.
up, boys?"
What up, Will
What up, Will
Berger?
Berger?
Just mocking, baby.
And then, I mean, Timothy Ball's been saying a bunch of stuff.
So you just had it frozen?
I don't know. So I just want to take a look here.
Yeah, get some chat in there.
So
Sorry,
Timothy Ball
guys.
says, "I like the defensive lineman from Alabama and West Virginia. I'll take the bet, but Higgins is going 3rd round, 15th for me." He
Okay.
says,
Okay.
"Genty is going to go 5th pick, round 1.
Wow.
Dallas has to pick him up." Feeling that Mingo regret, says Kyler Gaming.
Yes, we all are. It's like back-to-back years. Last year it was fuck. I can't believe we traded Trey Lance for a 4th round pick. This year's fuck. I can't believe we traded for Jonathan Mingo for a 4th round pick.
And then Dan Wants Pizza says Dallas might make a play for Cup if the price drops per Rappaport. So
I'd give a 5th for Cup in a second.
Yeah.
I really would.
I'd 100%.
It would just make me feel a lot better about
What we can do in the
what we-
draft.
yeah. I'm down for either Landon Jackson or Nick. I like this Nick guy a little better just based
Yeah.
on need, but
Look at his.
BPA.
Well, look at Nick. Go to his combine.
Yeah,
you gotta look at his
He was
combine.
a beast that caught him.
okay, one sec. I gotta.
I know we're
open
going
that
to be kind of going out here, but you got
okay.
to
Hey,
look at it.
We started the draft saying no trades.
We already
made,
trade.
we made some trades.
We said we were going to go BPA.
You know
and
you
fast.
can't trust us.
Yeah, we're gonna a draft. No matter what's gonna be 25 minutes for us,
Dude's pretty-
regardless.
Dude's handsome as hell too.
And he's a workout beast.
What
Look at that athleticism score first. He was ranked first at the athleticism.
I just don't think we can pass on
No.
a safety.
Look
like
at
this,
dude,
man.
go
6'3",
down.
220.
11.6 broad jump, 43-inch vert, 149 split.
He's a
and
fucking freak.
and a 4.3 dash.
And he was also ranked first in production.
yeah, let's get him.
What are we talking about here?
Bring him on.
Landon, like, you're cool and all, but sorry, dude.
Bring him in. Bring him in. And now
Welcome to the team.
and look at this. We're drafting. We're right again.
Okay,
I think we got to go wide receiver here,
Take
fellas.
Higgins.
Let's take Higgins.
take Higgins.
Let's take Higgins.
Man, right now what we've gotten, I would be pretty stoked with the guys we got right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Higgins?
Yeah, Higgins it up. And we still get a 3rd round pick. This is sick.
Yep.
Okay, this is where
Are you all right? Oh my God, Anthony, you all
I'm
right?
dying.
I also want to try to trade some of the, like,
Do it. Hey, start dangling. Start dangling. I'll read
Dangle.
read
Okay,
another
this is-
chat message.
This is our fun. This is our fun.
AJ's going to
draft.
dangle right now. Kyler Gaming says, on another note, doesn't it suck that no matter who we draft, it's a position of need for us?
Yeah, it is. Honestly, you can't even use the quote position of need because that's just any position that the Cowboys draft, which is fucking hilarious.
who do we want to get in here with in the 90s?
I feel
In the 90s.
you're going to try to get into the 90s?
The Browns.
What's round 4?
Round 4 would be what's 32?
100.
What's 32?
Right
times
here,
3?
Tennessee Titans. round
Anything
4.
past 96, right?
Yeah. Well, the compensatories push it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
right here we can see the Titans
Well,
at
when
102.
do comp picks start though? I think they start in the 4th. I don't think there is comp
Well,
picks in the third or after.
Regardless, we can tell the Titans here
Yep.
at 102.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
So who should we pull the trigger? Try
Yeah,
the
fuck
Titans.
it. Tightens it up.
Yeah, you guys are fucking getting Abdul Carter. You don't need your 102, you fucks.
Let's see what they
I don't-
want here.
I'm
It's
just
going to
gonna-
be tricky to go. We might have to.
They might not. No. I think
Yeah.
we gotta wait.
Yeah, it's too big of a jump.
Too big of a jump. Okay.
We need to try to jump into the fourth. Our goal is going to be to get into the fourth round with our fifth round picks.
Okay, so you're gonna go hit draft and then pause because you got it on turbo, or do you want to turn the speed down right now so that it doesn't?
I don't
fuck
think
you
it
up?
does. I don't think it.
It's fucked up. I can turn it down to like half slow. We can do that. But here, I just want to show you guys Farmer.
Let's see it on your Skittle board.
My
I like
Skittle
that
board.
you're referencing the Skittle board.
I got to reference the Skittle board to show off why I think he might be good. Where the fuck did I do my?
Joshua Farmer, Florida State.
Oh yeah, here we go.
WayJ's going sort A to Z for us.
See, this is what we need to do sometimes. And the Skittle board's gonna be making an appearance during our draft show.
Oh yeah, it is.
So
where's
just
the
so
fucking-
just anybody who's tuning in right now, just
What are we
know that
doing with?
are,
What are we
Oh, yeah.
doing with this?
So this is Joshua
we'll talk
Farmer.
about it after.
Okay.
Joshua Farmer right here. I just think he's right up there, and he's in the top 4.
What
on
pick
my
are we
Skittle
on?
board.
What pick are we at? 76?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Let's get him.
Bring him
70,
on.
76 and he's still kicking around?
Yeah.
Yeah, PFF's got him. Yeah, let's get him.
Oh, that rank might have changed,
Whatever. Let's
but
bring him
it
in.
doesn't matter. I still think he's worth.
And we need a defensive interior.
Let's do it.
Bring him. Welcome to the team. Okay,
And-
now you can try to start doing some.
Yeah.
Pause it. Okay, there you go.
Let me just bring this down to.
Because now you'll be able to trade up, hopefully into the. Because we're gonna go. I think we're gonna try to trade somewhere into like the 20s.
Somewhere into the 20s.
I think actually, I think your better bet's gonna be. I would try the Seattle Seahawks at 137, and then if we're getting if they're liking
Yeah.
what we can, then we can kind of change it up a bit.
Okay.
So I think we lost to our 170. Oh yeah, because we traded in our first pick. We had to trade our one.
I'm just again seeing what the Bucks would do. Buck doesn't look like
What if you do 174?
120.
Did you try 172 and 174? Yeah, try that.
Okay, but I mean, maybe we can do the Bengals for that.
Let's give it.
Nah.
Well, give it a try. Fuck it. They might be feeling a little crazy.
You
But
fuckers.
it's 2 more picks back. We probably would get this from the Bucks.
Let's give it a go. So we're going to trade our 172 and our 174, both comp picks, up to get into 120 back into the fourth round. I like it. And we got
and they
it.
like it too. Welcome to the fourth.
Okay, we're back in the fourth. I think you can speed that up now. Because now I think we just have to ride the draft how it is. Right?
Just
But-
like we said. Just like we said.
But I like it. We
Just
got
like we said
back
from
in
the
here.
beginning.
Okay, Gunnar Helm, Will Howard, and Riley Leonard are all right there.
Jalen Rivers, AJ pegs him.
AJ pegs him.
JJ, yeah, I don't like Pegasus anymore. He fell
Let's
off.
see who else there. So what do we need?
Okay, our picks. We have a halfback in Hampton.
Yep.
Got that safety
Right?
in Nick M.
Yep.
Jaden Higgins, wide receiver. Joshua Farmer, defensive interior.
So-
Could look at a tackle.
What did we say? We wanted a halfback, wide receiver, and defensive interior
Got him.
in our top 3. We got it. So this fourth round pick here is kind of a freebie.
I like a quarterback and I like the tight end. I like Gunnar Helm as a tight end.
He had an awful.
Then I say I mean,
He had a terrible combine.
Yeah.
He looked slow. He couldn't get out of his routes.
pick up a Will Howard or Riley Leonard.
I think Jalen Rivers at tackle.
Jalen Rivers at tackle, not a bad pick as well. Shore up that offensive line for Hampton. Get him some
6'5",
depth.
325.
Give our tackles a little bit of competition. Give Guyton a little bit of competition.
And he's had left tackle and left guard experience. So
I'd rather take a tackle here that can compete with Guyton and
Yep.
possibly pass him than I would love to take Riley Leonard here because he is fun to watch and I think he's got some attributes that could help in the NFL. But Jalen Rivers tackle I think is going to help the team more.
if we take tackle here, I think we can look at quarterbacks with 150.
Okay, welcome to the team.
Jalen Rivers.
Welcome to the team.
River Dance your way over here, son.
That's the river dance, fellas.
Okay, I guess we're taking yours.
No, I don't want yours. Ja'Cory Croskett Merritt.
Ewers did have a good combine.
This guy got injured last year, but he's actually a pretty good running back.
You tried selling us on him before, remember?
Give me,
I know.
give
I'm
me,
bringing him up.
give
Again.
me Benjamin Urasek here at tight end. Didn't kind of just stayed, you know,
Don't love him.
didn't really do much.
I don't think he performed well at the combine either.
He had one good game. Would have been actually the game we were watching. That was when we were down in Dallas watching the Bulldogs versus Georgia Tech.
Okay, so we talked about this earlier on the show, but a $10 super chat from Wilberger Rodham G says, "What are y'all feeling about Debo to Commanders? I personally think his fat ass will bust, but either way, my Eagles going to shit on the Commanders twice next year. I hope the fans remember that."
Well, thank you for this another super chat, Wilberger. We always appreciate when you're tossing those bills at us. But
Yeah, we'll
I
dance.
just-
Yeah,
I
we'll
just-
dance, baby. We'll
I wish he
dance.
would have went to the Cowboys. Have had issues with Debo Samuel, so it's like whenever he plays for when he was playing for San Francisco, he just always seemed to have really good games and really big moments against the Dallas Cowboys. So it's a little bit. I mean, you guys are coming off a Super Bowl, so you're on top of the world. For me, I'm kind of like, fuck. Now we got to play this guy 2 times, where you are saying you're going to beat him down. So I hope he's lost his step. I hope he's not the player that he once was. I just wish he would have stayed out of the division.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Wilberger is it's a shitty thing for Cowboys because the Commanders got better. Obviously, you're Super Bowl champs. You don't have to worry about that until the season begins next year. And congratulations to you. However, to see these other teams improve, it's like
It sucks.
it just means the Cowboys have to do more things now to try to keep pace.
I think he's going to do well in Washington. I think change of scenery. I think that new type of energy when you have
His time was done, and
his time was done. His time was
San
up.
Fran.
He was injured prone in San Fran.
Yep.
And we saw what the change of scenery did for Saquon Barkley. He fucking had a career year. So, not wanting Debo Samuels to come out and have a career year, but definitely a big weapon for them. Hopefully he keeps those 20 pounds of overweight on so that he's slow as fuck.
you guys want an edge?
I think we have to. Do you mean right now, just all of us edge?
Yeah, we
Just
just
edge it.
together.
Well, no,
thi-
this is the part of
this
the
edge
show
Tyler
where we
Barron.
edge. I don't mind it, man. He's kind of just stayed steady in that mid 70 range for PFF. This is one thing we never ever really look at. What were his stats as what do you mean? Like actual stats, like sacks, tackles.
Right here.
Okay, down there. Okay.
They don't show tackles with some guys. They just show I guess.
I mean, 10 sacks is pretty good. Hits 10.
10 hits,
Hurries,
28 hurries.
I mean, hey, bring him on. Let's get.
Hey.
I like where you're at. Okay, draft buzzing him.
I think I like that. I
Kind
like
of
what
looks
I'm
like
seeing.
kind of looks like a carrot.
Kinda like, carrot, pineapple head type of.
This is another Miami guy that we're picking.
Yeah, we're Miami boys.
6'5", 258.
It's good size
That's
for an
good
edge.
size, and he's showing he's not very strong, but it looks like he's a quick guy.
Ugh, only 19? Can't even get to 20?
And he's got small arms, and he only did 19.
Come on, boy.
Oh man, but he was
Hey.
at the Shrine Bowl. I mean, he's going to be what, a 5th round pick? This is our 5th.
Yeah.
This is our true 5th. Are we at 150 here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
this is
150.
So this is our true 5th round pick.
I mean,
Okay.
Bring him on.
Welcome to the team.
Fuck it. Welcome to the team.
I'm just saying, real quick to look here. Who else? We could get another quarterback. We could go with Quinn Ewers. The tight end didn't look great. Then there's Barron, and then there's.
I don't want to target tight end. So I'd rather target an edge player. Tyler Barron.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Cubes, but go for him. Go for him.
Welcome to
Yeah,
the
but
team.
the quarterback's Quinn Ewers.
I know.
I don't mind Quinn Ewers.
I don't mind
to be
Quinn Ewers
honest.
either, but that's okay.
I think the edge is more.
Oh, the edge will play.
Let's bring fucking. Let's bring.
And if it was between Riley Leonard and Quinn Ewers, I would have rather taken Riley Leonard the pick before.
Yeah,
Right.
totally.
It's just so hard to take a
can't
quarterback.
do it in the 4.
I don't know. I
Maybe could have in this draft when you
Okay,
picked
there-
up the extra second round.
Hey, Brady Cook.
there's Brady
our
Cook.
guy.
There's our guy
Oh.
right there. Brady Cook.
Let's do it.
Bring him on.
Don't even question it.
Jump the board.
He's a physical specimen.
Specimen.
You know what I could do with a guy like that?
Oh, Sam
shit.
Brown just went one ahead of us. Not that
Oh,
we
too
were looking at
bad.
him. Okay, so I don't mind.
What about wide receiver here?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw your boy. I saw your
Who?
boy. There he
Efton?
is.
Efton.
There he is.
Do we bring on Efton?
We have to. We just scouted him.
Okay, we just scouted him. Bring him on. I would still probably take Jimmy Horn Jr. over Efton, but we
We
looked
just scouted
at
Efton.
we looked at Efton, Juggalo, Chisholm.
Hang on. You want to look at Jimmy Horn Jr. and tell me if you want him? Here they
There
are.
he
side
is
by
right
side.
there.
Now, Jimmy Efton had a shit school, but Jimmy Horn does not impress.
They're both slots.
They
Yeah,
are
but
both
this
slots.
is fine to take a slot
Yeah.
in the 6th round.
Okay.
And we already got our big body guy. So I think this is good.
Dan wants,
Efton, welcome to
welcome
the
to the team. Dan Wants Pizza says almost every need is probably more important than QB at the moment. It's definitely the right play to wait until the 5th right now. So
I think so. I agree. Dan
I'll
wants
agree.
pizza's
Dan wants
right.
pizza.
I could go.
PW.
I might get fucking some za on my way home.
there's 2 pieces on the fridge if you want it.
You dirty girl.
Last pick.
Take Tyler Shaw.
Xavier Truss. Big Truss.
Big trust.
Big trust, baby.
6'7", 320.
Holy shit.
I mean, he's played
Right
all
tackle.
over. Well, a lot of right tackle.
He's
but
Big Trust is a journeyman.
What didn't we take that we think we need?
yeah.
Cornerback specifically if we're dishing, if we're
Oh,
dumping.
Let's
Right,
look.
rumors right now are saying that we might be dumping Trayvon.
I saw that.
Trayvon,
Just straight on cutting him.
yeah.
I did.
Which
see
would be
that.
fucking stupid. Like trade him,
Trade him.
get some
Well,
fucking.
they're gonna try to.
He might
What
have.
the
Yeah,
fuck?
but if
That
you-
tripped me out when you were looking at Mac Williams. I thought he was a guard, and then you looked at his size.
You're like,
Like, what?
Fuck 5'10".
what? Who is this animal?
That would be fun to do in Madden. Make a guard that was only like a Rudy size guard,
Oh God.
and see if you could get playing
With
time.
99 strength.
Yeah,
and
just like everything good, but just small.
Yeah.
Mac McWilliams had. I mean, he played pretty well.
Yeah.
University of Central Florida. Cam Miller, Penn State, Nittany Lion.
And then the next guy is also close enough here. Shamari Simmons.
Go back to McMillan there for me. I didn't. He was what 5'10". I think if I'm going for the 6'1" guy.
So 5'10", 185, McMillan. Cam Miller, 6'1", 184.
I think I'm strictly going.
Can I just see what Shamari did against some of the some of the teams that he played against?
Not bad. Actually played pretty decent.
Okay.
So Iowa State, where Higgins played, he only had 61. Played pretty nicely in the college football playoffs against the Texas Longhorns. Had a very good game against Kansas State.
Looking back at this other guy, Purdue, he had a great game. Oregon, he played good. Boise State, I mean,
Didn't play good against.
Ohio.
Is this the 6'1" guy?
This is Cam Miller.
I just like 6'1".
Yeah,
Let's
it's a
go
good.
Cam
It's a
Miller.
good. It's a good height.
Let's go Cam Miller.
Bring him on.
Played in Penn State, so you know the competition was there. And
Welcome
Bring
to
on
the
that
team.
Nittany Lion.
You got to take a picture of this and send it, put it in the chat because I'm gonna post this on Instagram just to ruffle some feathers today.
oh yeah, I'll download it right now
Because this will be a nice. Like we got a D+ for getting him at 16th. I like guys. I really like this. Honestly, I think this.
Amari
I think
Hampton
our
has
top-
D plus. Fuck you.
I think our top 4 picks are my favorite top 3 that we've done, or like
Yeah.
top 3 rounds.
I mean, especially with this safety is
Omari and Hampton at 16 for a
Crazy.
D plus is fucking ridiculous.
That's gonna change. That after watch.
Yeah.
By the time draft, he's gonna be going at that spot.
because I bet you once Genty hits top 10, which he's trending to do, that's gonna jump Hampton and the other
Oh,
running backs.
oh yeah, but there's a chance that Hampton could probably break the top 10 as well.
Good.
Oh, it depends. That we did really good in our later
back to
guys.
back Miami,
And yeah.
both A minuses.
We did good. Yeah.
Two linemen.
Tight end, or sorry, a tackle, Jalen Rivers, A-. Edge, Tyler Barron at A-.
quarterback in the 6th round.
Quarterback in the 6th with Brady Cook, just a specimen. Wide receiver, Efton Chisholm, the 3rd. Just take it. Look, he's from Eastern Washington. We'll see what he's got, B+.
Well, now we can officially say if Efton Chisholm does anything in the NFL,
We scouted him
We
first.
scouted him first.
we scouted him first.
He's on the board.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. And you know what? Again, it really comes down to these top. If I just have to ask you in the room and chat, if after day 2, the Cowboys had Amarian Hampton, Nick Amenwari, Jaden Higgins, and Joshua Farmer
Oh,
on
yeah.
the team,
I'm happy.
would you be happy?
I would
I'd be happy.
I'd be happy.
'Cause I think all of them are gonna contribute. Guys, okay, we are done the Sunday service, and it was good. We exercised some demons. The wide
did.
receiver class, that was a fun one to go through. So you can go ahead and find us anywhere on social media at Cowboys CanFan. We're on all of them. TikTok, X, YouTube, as you know, Instagram. We're on all of them. Just at Cowboys CanFan. Our stupid faces will pop up. We will be back Wednesday night for the main event. We will be doing another full-on mock draft. We have our guest, EJ Savage from Boys in the Zone, showing up. He's very versed in the draft world. So we will be back to do that. Bandwagon boys, which one of you motherfuckers wants to lead us out here?
Hey, Way J.
Okay, well, hey, look, I know we just had. Oh, you know what? If you're coming to our face from
If you're
Washington,
coming to our face,
If you're coming on our
coming on our
faces.
face from Washington and you're telling us, better watch out, we got Debo. I want you, if anyone's saying that to you, look them straight in the fucking eyes, then look down at their cock and then back to their eyes again, and you tell them to go fuck themselves!
We'll be back Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific. Sorry, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Standard, and 9 p.m.
9 p.m. EST! Come on, let your boys!